Definitely look like a legendary. Oh my. Please land. There we go. The man in the mirror nods his head.
Let's go around, huh? Ooh, needed the brains. Pulsing through my veins. Get it yet?
I really wish I could hold it.
I am the greatest. Say goodbye. I feel the power. Heat grenades.
Okay, this is a much better. Alright, so what do we use? We used a Guardian here, and the way this works is, I'll explain it. I'll explain it now. Basically, any damage you do while holding this is multiplied by like 100%, or even more, depending on the distance it shoots. So stuff like grenades and action skills work. We're going to use a deep dive base puncher if we went down, and these other two things if we also went down. But honestly, mainly the Guardian here and a face puncher. You could trade this with a Psycho Stabber, but I prefer the face puncher. So we get the Revolter, which gives us, I believe, 200% extra shock damage, and that works with our Fish Slap Grenade, which counts as melee damage. So when we throw this out while holding the Guardian, we're doing a ton of damage, and then we're also getting 200% with the Revolter. I'm also using the Muse. You don't really need this one, I think. You can probably use a Phase Zerker and you'll be fine. And yeah, maybe Phase Zerker or Spiritual Element or a Spiritual Driver. And we actually got a really good artifact here with the Knife Drain. Pretty much just go for the melee lifesteal with it because every time we throw out our grenade, we get healing for it. We also got really good stats with this one, and we got the bonus elemental with it. This is actually an insanely good one, but if you don't want to farm for this specific version, just go for the lifesteal on it, and you'll be fine. So our build, we're getting all into the purple tree pretty much. So you don't really need ebb and flow here because if you have that artifact I was talking about, you'll be healing up anyway. So you could put more points into unweave the rainbow, but we're not using cryo here just because corrosion does a bit more against armor. You could use cryo here if you really wanted though. Combo breaker. I don't think this is really worth it, but we just need enough points to get down to Joyful Freedom. Then after this, you can go into Body and Mind, Free to Soul, and Atman. Clear to Mind is really good too, because we're going to be getting a lot of kill skills just because the bosses throw out a lot of shit. So the blue skill tree do harm for our action skill, because while holding this, Phase Cast actually does a good bit of damage while holding the Guardian. So we'll get do harm, restless, so we can spam out our moves more. And late bear is really good. It's a debuff towards the bosses, so we do a lot more damage. Remnant isn't too big here, but awakening and avatar, just so we can squeeze out some more damage. Not going anything into the red skill tree because it's mainly focused on gunplay and we're not using that. And for the green skill tree, we got Arm Seal for the splash damage and Find Your Center for more damage. Everything else is pretty much survivability. And we're running uh, this version of Phase Cast with this augment to get more healing. We could swap this out for any one day, and we're using Corrosion over Cryo just because both of these bosses have a lot of armor. You could swap over to Fire once you're doing it, but honestly, you're doing too much damage anyway, so it doesn't matter. For our Guardian skills, we are using all of them, and yeah, that is it. Mayhem 11. Cool, cool.